Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, get that bell notification on for the channel, and make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps the channel a lot. Welcome to our new series. We are now in the town of Rivière-des-Montagnes, a Quebec-themed city that we're going to be building over the next little while, a couple months perhaps. This map is a custom map on the workshop, on the Steam workshop. It's called Heimdal by Funchenstein. It will be written down in the description down below if you want to find it. It's pretty easy to find on the Steam workshop, and it's a great map. There's not too many good Snowfall DLC maps. So what's the goal for the series? Well, the goal for the series originally, if you watch the series preview, was to use the 81 tiles mod and build all the way over here and everywhere on the outsides of the map. But I had a mod conflict and it wouldn't work on my computer. So every time I tried to autosave or even save in general, the map would freeze. And yeah, so we're going to be using the same mod we did with our previous series, New Lancaster, which can be found on the channel pretty easily. It's a 100 episode series where we build an East Coast Canadian themed city. We're using the 25 tiles, all purchasable mod or something similar. And that's going to allow us to buy 25 tiles, so hopefully we'll be able to build along the river as much as we want, along the mountainsides, and over here by this connection. So I guess we won't be able to build out on the outskirts that much, but we will try our darndest to make it a Quebec-themed city. So, if this is your first time on the channel, we are a Canadian City Skylines YouTube channel, I guess, and we are building Canadian cities starting from the East Coast, moving west, and right now we're in our second city, which is a Quebec-themed city. So originally, when I was planning out this map, figured this map kind of looked like Quebec, and specifically, it kind of looks like the Saguenay region of Quebec, which is a beautiful area of the world. Haven't been there myself, but I love going on Google Maps. So the idea is that maybe this is where the river connection is to the St. Lawrence, where the shipping will come in and out. But please watch the series preview video where we kind of go over all these cool features about the map. So what are we going to do in today's episode? Well, first of all, we are going to start with our first tile. So we're going to, originally I didn't want to use the tile system, but now we have to. So we're going to start with our first tile here, and we're going to expand over time, and hopefully we don't run into any issues like that. I actually had recorded an episode before I realized what the conflict was. So this is where we're going to be starting our city, at this beautiful little roundabout. We're going to be building a bit of a residential area right over here, and then I think we're going to build our industrial center over this way. So the reason why I chose this side for the industrial center is because there's already rail lines over here. And this will be very helpful for when we get our rail systems going. And we can already have this very great rail yard connection right here. So all the rail lines throughout the city kind of funnel in right here as well. So this is going to be a pretty big industrial hub for us. But first of all, when you start a city in City Skylines, you need to plant some roads down and get some residential going. Well, if you look at this demand right here, green is residential. We have a lot of residential demand, and I think what we're going to do is we are going to start by using this off-ramp connection as the center point for this first city, this first neighborhood on our new map of Rivière-des-Montagnes, a Quebec-themed city. So let's start off by planting down a road really quickly. Now the thing is, you want to use dirt roads, but we don't have dirt roads unlocked. So the idea, there's two ideas of thought really. There's one, you can just plant like a really small road and then delete it. Or you can find your first major road connection and go with that. So we could get a road connection in right here, which would be pretty good. It'll split off the traffic a bit. But I don't want to disrupt that roundabout too much. So I'm going to leave it for now. The So what we're going to do instead is do that first idea, where we just build a little teeny connection. There we go. And then we're going to delete it. And now we have dirt roads unlocked. And dirt roads are really cheap, and they're really easy to maintain. So I want to build a bit of a residential neighborhood up in here. So it's a bit of a hill. So this is not going to be the center point for the city. This isn't going to be the downtown core where it's gridded and everything like that. This is going to be just a small-ish town that's going to bleed into our larger town, which is probably going to be over this way, I suspect. Perhaps over here. So this is just going to be a small town. And let's choose our first road connection. So I think I want to get our first road connection in right here. And we're just going to do a straight road for a hot minute. And then we're going to curve, kind of following this road. And we're going to just, how about let's bring it out to here. And then we will curve through these trees again. And we'll connect back up to the main road right there. So that's going to be just the main avenue throughout this residential neighborhood. And then we're going to do a couple offshoots off of it. So let's get a connection right here. And I'm using the freeformed road tool because I like the idea, or I like the look of these freeformed roads in residential communities. It gets you different sizes of houses, and it ends up looking very, very nice. So let's get another road like that right there. And then how about we just get another one right here, and maybe this one will turn into a connection to the roundabout at a later date. So let's just check something really quickly. All right, I am recording everything properly. So this is going to be our starting little area here for residential. We're also going to need a starting area for industrial and our power and our water. So we're going to build that over this way. And I'm eyeing this little open space right here for that requirement. So let's grab right here. And let's start with a straight road. Nice. And then we're going to find out what is like, we're going to make a bit of a grid off of this rail line. So let's go to 5 spaces. Should be fine. Then we're just going to build a pretty simple connection up like this. Let's go with a freeformed road. And we're just going to connect up very simply like this. So a bit of a curve to it, but we're going up a hill, and this is going to be where our industrial center is. So we're just going to leave it as just like a long dead-end street for now, and we're going to build our power. So let's put our power right at the end of, how about right here? And we're going to start with a coal power plant because it's the cheapest to maintain, cheapest to use at the moment. But since the year is 2021, we're going to look towards building some green energy in the future. However, right now it's not possible. We're also going to get a inland water treatment plant, and that's going to be right beside our power plant because, you know, that's totally safe. But we're just going to leave it at that for now. So let's get some water pipes underneath the road here. And then unrealistically, we're going to put the water pipes across the river. But, you know, there's some things about this game you just gotta break reality from. And that's what we're going to do right now. All right. And then we're just going to draw out the water pipes underneath this main road. And that's what we're going to leave it for now. Oh, actually, we'll take it up this road and over. I thought that maybe it would have covered everything, but apparently not. That is fine with me. And then we're also probably going to build out this way. So I'll get that connection going right now. So we have spent a lot of our money, and that's fine, but we do need to get some actual water. So I'm going to use this water tower, and we're going to build it right in the middle of the roundabout. I think it's very cool to have a a water tower in the middle of a roundabout, I think it looks pretty nice. This roundabout definitely needs some work. I'm going to leave it for now because I don't think that's something we need to do at the moment. However, we will very soon need to change this roundabout, upgrade it, and whatnot. But one thing we can do really quickly is just to use our traffic manager and actually set up the roundabout properly. So we'll start off with that, and we'll just leave it for now, and we'll get back to it at a later date. So now that we have all these roads in place, we can start getting our residential zoned in. That would theoretically work. However, I want to upgrade this main road that we have going through our town to a 2-lane road, and it will allow us to start zoning on this main avenue. And if you've ever driven on like a national highway like this, and then you come to a small town, the speed limit always slows down and then it splits into 2 lanes. So that's kind of the idea that we're going for. Now, if you are new to the channel, please welcome. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. But I am a Canadian City Skylines player, hence why I am building a Canadian themed series. And I live in Ottawa, Canada. And I've been to Quebec many a times. Beautiful province. La Belle Province, if you wish. And I'm kind of taking inspiration from my many journeys throughout Quebec. I've driven into the province many times around Ottawa, and also lots of journeys elsewhere into Quebec City. Driving to the east coast of Canada, for example. Beautiful province. So kind of taking inspiration from my journeys there when I'm building these towns. So if you're from Quebec, please let me know down in the comment section below, because that'd be awesome. And if you have any tips or things you want to see in the city, please let me know. All right. So now that our town is zoning up, I'm just gonna put the speed up to 3. And the goal for today's video is to get to Little Hamlet, which is 420 population. And people are going to start moving into the city very soon. The roundabout is a good filter of traffic. But something we are going to need to do fairly quickly is get a snow dump, which will allow our snowplows of the city to clear the roads and better maintain the roads. So here are people starting to move into the city, I think. Yep. Here they come, and they're starting to ask for commercial. So this is why I wanted to upgrade the main avenue here, because I wanted to start getting some commercial buildings in this area. And we're going to start with just here on the inside here, because in some of the towns I've been into in Quebec, when there's a road right along the river, there isn't usually buildings along the river. Now, if you are from Quebec, please let me know if I'm incorrect there. And I think we will build along the river in some cases, but in these small towns, from what I've seen, is they've always kind of leave it open, and a lot of it is because of the winter snow melts and stuff, and the river rises and stuff. So you don't want to build right on the water here. But for example, right here where there's a lot of space, I could really see a store popping up right here, for example. I mean, it is a pretty big hill, but that's something we can smooth out in the future. Now, if the contrast is a bit funky, I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix it, find the right coloration. But now that we have commercial in the city, they are asking for industrial, and we've already set up our industrial area, so that's where we're going to go next. So we're going to turn around this way. This is where we built our residential. We're going to swing right over here, and we are into our industrial zone. So we are going to zone in all of this, and we're going to get a big building right here. And hopefully that will be enough for a little while, but I think just preemptively I'll zone in that as well. Now, I'm avoiding doing this one because I don't want a building popping up that's 1x4. I'd rather these 3 tiles, for example, be used by a larger building. I really don't like the single industrial squares. We'll do an example right here. Whenever there's like a single one like that or something like this, I really don't like the look of them. So let's see if we get one that pops up. And if we do, then good. If we don't, then that's okay. But yeah, these industrial buildings look so much better than if something was just to be really, really small. It actually looks like it fits in this area as well. Especially these ones. These buildings look fantastic. I'm going to make both of them a historic building so they don't change their look, but they will still upgrade because I think they look perfect for behind a rail station. Or behind a rail yard at least. So we can always late those later if we find something that fits our needs. But hey, look at that. This has leveled up. So this is just like a small oil well or oil holding facility. And I don't really like the look of them in this situation. Obviously, there's situations that it will work, but same with this. This just seems like a waste of space. So instead, let's dezone this. Those buildings will delete themselves. So instead, I prefer to get larger buildings like this. And now, even by doing that, I think we might mess things up. So let's just do something like that. And there we go. A nicer looking building. We already have something pretty similar 2 doors down, but that's fine. Okay, and I think our water situation is fine over here. Yep. And we're almost at our first milestone, guys. This is very exciting. So when we get to our first milestone, I think I'll pause and we will move on to the next episode, which will come out tomorrow. The schedule for the series is going to be every weekday, Monday through Friday. And look at that. That building ended up looking really nice. Big bite. Yeah, that works fantastically along the river there and leaving this open. Maybe we can make this a bit of a walking trail. But we need some more residential, so let's try to find some other spaces to build residential. So we are limited to this tile right now, so we can't build out of bounds over here, as you see. But I think we can build out over here. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to build a bit of a community out this way. And I think what we're going to start off by doing is by getting a connection up right here. We're going to build out right to about there. And then we are going to just curve around the waterfront right like this. And I think we'll just end it right there. And then the same thing over like this. Okay. And then we're going to get a bit of a street right here, maybe. Okay. And then this one is going to go to there. And we're going to get a connection up like so. And I think we're going to leave that space open for a different way to connect later on. But by doing that, we have kind of created this bit of a neighborhood over here. Very nice neighborhood. And now we need to upgrade this road as well. Okay, so now we have extended the main avenue of the town. And we are going to zone in some residential. So I think I missed a house right here. Yep, I did. And we're going to keep housing off of the main road. Interesting. And we're going to just zone right along here. I'm going to keep the houses off of the river again. And we're just going to zone in. Hey, look at that. So we got some schools, landfill, snow dump, recycling center, and medical clinics. So with that, we are going to end today's episode. I'm going to pause the game so we don't level up anymore. I'm just going to zone in these houses here. I think we can get a couple houses right along this. Let's do that. but just at the end of the road there. I'm not going to build them any farther. Yeah, that looks great. And then we'll add corner stores as it requires. But I think that Bite Burger is probably where the commercial is going to end. But so that is where we're going to stop building today. But there's a couple of things that I want to add in to this episode. So we're going to go to Traffic Manager, which is called TMPE. Easy to find in the workshop. And what this does is it allows you to create better junctions. So I'm going to go to each junction and I'm going to click control. I'm going to do control click. And what that's going to do, if you look at these lane arrows, is it's going to give you dedicated turning lanes. So this really helps traffic in the game and it helps the AI. So that's what we're going to do for just right now. And then we're also going to add yield signs. So there's a quick way to do it is if you just hold shift, it will do the entire road. So I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want the entire road to have that yield sign for now. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to click it and just do control click again. Oh, no, never mind. What is it? Oh, I think I have to do it manually. Silly me. So we're just going to give yield signs to all oncoming traffic. And what that's going to do is it's going to really help the AI again with figuring out what is priority. And it works better than stop signs in the game or traffic lights. The AI for some reason responds way better to yield signs than anything else. So we're going to stick with that. And holy cow, look at the traffic. Yeah, it's backing up, eh? So here's a couple tricks for the roundabout. So first of all, since we do have some money, let's upgrade the roundabout to a 3-lane road. That's going to give dedicated turning lanes to that space. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take the movement mod and we are going to grab, let's do each one. And we're just going to pull it back ever so slightly. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a larger roundabout. Now this isn't the best, it's not the most perfect roundabout, eh? This was pre-built by the map builder. So let's try and fix it ourselves with Move It, which is another essential mod. Okay, I think that's a bit better. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the node controller mod and we're just going to offset these corners a bit. So what that's going to do is it's going to give the cars a bit more space to go through. Okay, and then we're going to come back in here. We're going to say no crosswalks, and then we're also going to click this one, which means just go through. So crosswalk, go through, crosswalk, go through, crosswalk. And I don't think it's letting me click that one. Okay, back over here, no crosswalks, and just keep going through. Okay, so let's resume the game so the cars figure out where the roads are. Awesome. And then we're going to come back to our traffic manager and we're going to give dedicated turning lanes to each oncoming traffic or oncoming zone. So now we've given these trucks a bit more space to turn on each corner and we've given them a wider space. It's still a bit wonky in the shape, I think, but I'm not sure what else I can really do to fix that except to rebuild it, but I don't want to do that right now. Off camera, I will detail the line, or maybe we'll do that on camera to start off the next episode. So we'll put in the lines properly. So if you like the episode, please let me know down in the comment section down below. If you have any suggestions for the city, any comments, or any thing you want to see in the city, please let me know in the comments as well. And with that, guys, we are going to leave the game as we have reached our first achievement, Tiny Hamlet or something like that. And I'll catch you in the next episode, which will come out tomorrow, same time, lunchtime Eastern, every weekday. So I hope you have a great day, everyone, and peace out.